every time he puts on that Deutschland jersey, like he turns it up a notch. Yeah. Because in the NBA, he's not known as that guy. I mean, even though he's talented and he can do his thing, but every time he comes to play for his country, that dude kills.
Shows out.
Let it fly. Take one.
Because you said, okay, hey.
Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 10 of the Let It Fly podcast. No biggie, just our first ever recording in front of a live audience. Say hi everybody!
Oh shit.
Oh, JD screwed up again. That was you, right?
Was that me? That was me.
No, it wasn't.
That wasn't me.
So thank you everybody, first of all, for being here. Thank you to everybody watching and listening for all the support for the podcast for the past 9 episodes. So we're recording this at Yes Please in front of all our friends and family. Guys, say hi again, please. Just so they know that we actually have friends, right? So once again, thank you so much for being here, for being part of our little show's history. I would like to start by saying that I was supposed to be seated there, but Saul wanted to show everyone his shoes, so I'm gonna give your shoes their moment. Okay, that's why. Okay, and also, we're giving Saul a pass because he was the only one who predicted that Germany was gonna take it all. Let's give it up for Saul, everybody.
Can we get a little louder or not? There we go. Come on now.
Hindi naman kayo nagpilitan masyado, no? So we're recording this right after our watch party for the finals of the FIBA World Cup, where Germany faced Serbia. First of all, Saul, I'll give you your floor. Go ahead and gloat.
Well, actually, I'd rather not have the floor right now because I think we did have, I don't know if we call it a bet or nothing, but I think JD should have the floor right now. I mean, go ahead.
Oh.
All right. So we made a bet.
No. You don't have to, no disclaimers. Just go ahead and say what you got to say.
So I got the floor, so I can talk.
Just say, don't
just
put disclaimers out.
Can I just talk? So we made a bet that the winner has, the loser has to say something on the next episode, right?
Uh-huh.
I can't believe I gotta fucking say this. So I gotta admit that Saul is the smarter, more intelligent basketball player, the highest IQ out of the entire bunch. So whenever that is, probably next episode when we gotta interview this special person that we're gonna announce at the end of the show.
That's right.
But yeah, so God damn it.
I didn't hear it though. Can you say I didn't hear it? Can you say it again?
That Saul is the smartest guy.
Smartest basketball
player
you ever been around.
With the highest IQ.
Thank you.
Does that make you feel good?
I just know basketball. I mean, it's fine.
Okay.
Are you saying JD does it? Okay, before we get into that, first of all, they did have that bet. Also doing an over-under. How many more episodes before these guys magsuntukan na to? Lagi sila nag-aaway. Okay, let's go. Let's talk about everything that happened in the last week. First question, biggest surprise of the tournament for you?
For me, it's still South Sudan. Like, I didn't think they were going to bring it the way they did and locking a spot in the Olympics. A lot of people didn't see that coming. Mm-hmm. That was really impressive to me. Outside of my picks with Australia and Canada that were kind of short run, but for sure, South Sudan was kind of, they were the ones for me.
Yeah, my biggest surprise is obviously Team USA.
Yeah.
I mean, to see,
facts.
It's surprise and disappointing to see that, they got a good collective group of talent, but really couldn't put it together. It's a testament to show, like, you can't just put talented guys together and roll the ball out and win games. Especially nowadays, like, everybody is playing at a level. All these other countries have caught up now, and now they're playing with continuity. They're playing with a connectivity that they've had since, again, like I said before, like at a grassroots level.
Yes.
And now these Team USA, they're throwing different teams, different guys together.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah,
sounds like a very familiar problem.
Sounds a lot like Gilas, and even here in the Philippines, we try to mimic a lot of things with America. You know what I'm saying? We try to be really, really Westerned out here, and we're doing that with basketball too. And I think it's time to shift a little bit and look at these other countries that are, at Germany, Serbia, and the way that they play rather than a USA. Because obviously, usually they come out and they put the big time superstars, LeBron James and the Kobe Bryants, and they put those guys together. Of course, you could roll the ball out and they're going to win you games. They're going to go out and win you the gold. But you got Anthony Edwards, who is a superstar, leading your team. These other teams ain't going to play that. And it's crazy to see how the NBA game doesn't translate to this FIBA game, because even defensively, automatic in the NBA, switch easy, right? You see that pick and roll switch, down screen switch. It's a lazy defense because they have a defensive 3-second rule, right? In FIBA they don't. You got guys that are helping, doing the lazy switches. It's not these teams are going to take advantage of it, like Germany did against them. They switching, now they throwing it down to the wing, down to the post, having a mismatch. So I mean, it's just, you see these other teams, the way that Serbia play, fighting over screens, guys helping the helper, dropping down to the nail, stuff like that. It's like, that's how you're supposed to play basketball. USA gave it 120 something in a 40-minute game against Canada. Come on, bro, you can't win like that. Can't win like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Bro, she just asked, who was your shock surprise of the tournament?
He is an incredible basketball mind. Let's
analysis.
let him talk. Okay, let's let him talk.
I know basketball.
It's fine. I love being a part of this show because I get to pick the minds of these guys. But we are opening up the floor to you guys later on. By the way, if there's anything you want to ask Sol or JD, don't ask me anything. I know nothing. But if you have any questions about the FIBA World Cup, about these two, we're going to be opening up the floor later on. The mic will be yours. Let's expound a little bit on what you said, Sol. It was surprising. It was disappointing. What you said about Team USA, I think we can relate to as Gilas fans, right? Chemistry is so important, and that's really something that we learned here in the FIBA World Cup. What do you think the USA needs to do differently? They have 4 years, right? They have 4, but the Olympics is next year. What should they do differently? Because it's very apparent that the rest of the world is catching up, right?
JD, go ahead.
I would say they don't need to bring their B or C team, right? I think USA needs to understand that, yes, the world has caught up to the USA, and I think they have to bring their horses to the game. Bring in their guys, the younger guys. This was a young team on Team USA.
Very young team.
I would almost say there wasn't really a bona fide leader on that team. It was kind of collective. So, I mean, I just think you got to bring your A team. It's just, you got to keep it that simple. Most of these countries, they're all bringing their top guys from their country. So I just think, they just got to match that, and I think they would still be at the top of the echelon.
Agreed.
At the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that the World Cup's a big thing, but I think they're more focused on Olympics. Like, I think they bring their big dogs out in Olympics to win an Olympic gold medal. I think they will do that, and I think they'll bring their big dogs out. I mean, the World Cup obviously was a wake-up call for them. They thought that they could throw these guys together, go out and win a gold. I mean, imagine if Serbia had Jokic.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that team is, the way that they play, like, them with Jokic, I think they could beat a stacked USA team, honestly. I think Jokic brings them that much better. But, I mean, I think they really have to start prioritizing these other tournaments to kind of put the world on notice that, hey, it doesn't matter what tournament it is, we're here.
Yeah.
We're the best in the world. I think you guys saw that track star talking about, they say world champions when they win the title. Yeah. But it's not a world title because they're only playing in America. Mm-hmm. But their argument is they're the best players in the world, right? It's the best league in the world, best players in the world. But when you come on this world stage and then you don't even get a podium finish, how can you say you're the best league in the world? You know what I'm saying? So I think they really have to start backing that up and bringing their best players.
A good friend of mine, Coach Charles Chu, he tweeted, I think that was a couple of nights ago. He was talking to someone from a European team. He didn't say who, and they said that he was asking them, like, how much do you guys pay your players? Because you see guys like Luka, right? Yeah. Who's like, I want to play for my country. And then you see Team USA. They got the really young guys. You know, the big guns there weren't really able to make it. Mm-hmm. And the person said that they paid their players $300 a day. So it's really like their love for country that was pushing them to play. I mean, we all know how much Jordan Clarkson got paid. We all know how much Kai got paid. What can we do? What can the Philippines do to ignite that kind of love? Not just from the players, but we all know it's a political game, right? Philippine basketball, it's like 60% politics.
Sure.
So how do we get to that point?
You trying to get us in trouble.
Always.
I think it's easier said than done. Obviously, there's a lot of moving parts in this. I think one of our biggest pink elephant in the room situations is that we all need.
The hell's a pink elephant?
You don't know what a pink elephant is? I thought you were the smartest guy
I think it's just
out of
any
the
color
group.
elephant, but pink is good. Okay.
You never heard of that?
Mag-aaway na naman sila. Pink elephant in the room.
Smartest guy in the group. I think just the way we set up our national team, I think that needs to be evaluated. I think we always had the problem, and me and Saul talked about this, that we don't just have 12 guys who are the best in the Philippines. We got like 30.
Yeah.
More than that, shit.
Or more, right? So I think that in itself is a tough thing to do when you're trying to put it down to 12. And I think just that in itself, on top of the infrastructure that we need to be on one page, one wavelength, all the way through, whether that is making sure all the players can get 2 months of practice time together before this big tournament or that big tournament, because I know that takes a lot. A lot of people got to sacrifice. A lot of teams got to sacrifice for that. So it's easier said than done. But I think the more that we prioritize that, the better we're off we'll be as a country, right?
Will that day ever come, though, is the question.
We've been harping about this since we've been hoping. So, I mean, what's it been, like 16 years? So I think until we address that the right way.
Just aged us?
Full commitment. What's up?
You just aged us?
Yeah, we're old as shit.
32 forever.
Saul, you're 40.
34.
Yeah. I think until we really address that, we're going to just keep going through the same motion over and
Horrible
over and
cycle.
over again.
Yes. Saul, thoughts?
I mean, I think your question was about these guys playing for their country for $300. I don't know what the hell he was answering, but
I got it.
For their per diem, right?
Uh-huh.
But I feel like they get paid more in their league, right? I'm pretty sure they get paid a lot more.
That's true.
Than these PBA players, right? So it's like
over the table, but even under the table,
over, under, whatever it is. I mean, they're getting paid more than these other guys. So
they're getting paid more than Gabe for sure.
Shit,
poor Gabe.
Sorry, Gabe. But rain or shine his whole career.
Damn. I think. Are we the lowest? If you want to put in the top 25 countries.
No, I'm not going to expose us like that.
You don't want to say that?
Shit, we make hella money.
That's what we're here for.
To hell?
I would like to see the numbers. If you got the top 25 teams in the world based on their countries, on how much their average player makes, I would be interested to see what that looks like.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak on that. I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
We really don't know what these guys are getting paid. Obviously, we know what Jordan Clarkson's getting paid. We know what Kai's getting paid because it's public, news. But what we're getting paid can't be public news. You know what I'm saying? Because we know why.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just a matter of coming out and wanting to represent your country, whether it's for the dollar or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell the way that these guys played, it was for pride.
Yeah.
Even watching USA, it didn't look like the way they played defensively, it was a lot of stuff that wasn't connected, but it didn't look like they were playing for a lot of pride. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I mean, honestly, if you were a casual fan, you'd probably only know a couple of players on Team USA, right?
Casual fan like you?
Oh!
Wow.
Snap!
That's the
Fuck
inside
you,
joke.
Soul.
That's the inside joke.
It is an inside joke.
Somebody in our comments called her a casual fan.
I know. If you're watching, heck you. Okay, now let's talk about the semis. Let's talk about the semis first. Couple of huge upsets. Did anyone? Okay, none of us even mentioned Serbia.
No, not at all.
None of us mentioned Serbia.
Nope.
So I had the pleasure and the honor of hosting a few games of the World Cup. I was a World Cup MC. And Serbia was one of the teams that was assigned to me. So I watched every single one of their games. And when I was watching them, I was like, damn, these guys are a well-oiled machine. So how could we have forgotten about them? They're ranked number 6 in the world. No one even said Serbia. Is it because we knew that Jokic wasn't playing?
Easy answer.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I think all of us were like, Jokic isn't playing.
Yeah, that's
right?
it.
I mean, in
Yeah.
my mind, I still said Serbia. I just didn't say it out loud. Because in my mind, I already knew that they would be there.
Sure.
But I think just because Jokic wasn't there, we all were like,
That's
nah,
fair.
Yeah, there's no way.
Especially these other teams, like, to see USA and Canada with all the NBA players, you would think like those are the guys that are going to be there. You know what I'm saying? So I think no one. I mean, how many NBA players Serbia has?
3.
3?
Bogdanovic,
Jovic,
Jovic,
Nikolovic.
and that other
That's
guy. I
it.
can't remember his name. Pokusevski.
I don't know, but
3.
that boy Aramovic, he
Yeah.
might get a look. The way he played, he might get a look.
What number is
he
that?
might.
Number
What
30. Number 30.
Yeah,
He hits him.
that dude
He
could
played
go.
big for them
Yeah, he did.
in both games.
That dude 23 though, he's gonna be feeling it. He's gonna be feeling real bad tonight though.
Now that we're on the topic, so you guys are huge basketball heads. I'm sure you watched a lot of the World Cup games. Any other people who stepped up for you that you think deserves a look by NBA scouts?
Well, the guy I just said.
I know, aside from him.
That shooter from Germany, number 42. Was it
I thought
42?
you said that shooter from
Ops.
Germany. That shooter from Germany.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy you said
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
yeah,
wet
Ops.
mustache? The wet mustache?
Very good.
No, I'm not saying it, but he's a great shooter. I think that dude should get a look. Anyone who can shoot the rock, man, they got to get a look. So I
Agreed.
mean,
The way that he played against USA, I saw Steve Kerr like,
Yes.
yo, you'll fit right in my
John
system.
Paxson, Steve Kerr,
Yeah, you'll
For
fit
sure,
right in my
dude.
system. Like shooter galore.
Yeah, that dude should get a look.
For me, like, this is a guy that's already in the NBA, but I think this World Cup really erased a lot of the bad rep that he got was Dylan Brooks.
Dylan, oh my gosh.
He
was
redeemed
incredible
himself.
today.
He
Was
was-
it 21 points in the first quarter, first half?
You got to respect it, man.
Yeah, he
respect it.
redeemed himself. Like he played horrible after poking the bear, and now he kind of like redeemed himself. Everyone was like, "How'd he get paid all that money?"
Yeah, I was one of those.
But
Yeah.
he showed
Yeah.
what he could do. You know what's crazy to me about this World Cup stuff? And I'm probably gonna get fried for this, but Canada won to get the bronze, right? And yeah, it's the first time medaling,
Yes.
but it's like they're pretty happy for winning third place.
Yep.
Serbia.
Canadians in the house.
Shout out to the
Wilding
Canadian.
out.
Shout out to the Canadian. Johnson Mirror. Yeah, here we go. The one Canadian here. But and I'm sure Serbia's they're not too sad about, obviously they had a chance to win gold, but they got a podium finish and they're silver medalists. In the NBA, there's only one champion. They don't do second place silver medals. They don't do third place, whatever. Like, they don't have a third place game. But if they did, imagine how many medals LeBron James would have.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead, call me
Good point.
bisexual, whatever. How many medals would this dude have? Like, he went to 9 straight finals? If it was celebrated in a way of like that he's getting medals for, being happy to have a silver medal in these finals. No, but he gets shredded for being in the finals that many times and not winning that and losing just because Jordan won 6, whatever, right? But it's like these dudes get celebrated for winning silver and bronze medals. Like, that's something I don't really understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would be crazy to see if they really celebrated. You know what's funny? They do that in the PBA, bro. I hate that shit.
They still do that?
No.
When I was a
Third
kid,
place?
they did that.
First
Battle
off,
for
I
third.
hate that
They
shit.
did it back in the day.
Listen,
Yeah.
you'll win a championship. I don't know people who watch the PBA. The championship will be won.
Yeah.
The team goes back in the locker room. Both teams go back in the locker room. They're celebrating. Not both teams. The team that lost goes in the locker room. They bring them back out.
Yes.
To get this
Yes.
second place trophy. I'm like, yo, bro, like, why?
Yo,
They just lost. Why are you bringing them back out to?
They got to show a compilation of like every team that has to come
That's
out
true.
with the
All
sad
their
face.
faces,
Everyone's
pissed.
pissed off.
They're
Yeah.
all pissed.
No one
like,
wants
you
to
can tell
touch
they-
the trophy. No one ever wants to touch the trophy. They'll make the rookies touch it. Like,
Dog, get it? Like, they gotta take that shit out, bro.
That's
like,
true.
yeah, that's different.
That's
makes
true.
Zero,
That's different.
That makes zero sense to
If
me.
anyone from the PBA is watching, take notes because this is a great
Nobody
idea.
likes that.
Nobody
No player
likes
likes
that.
that.
No, we like watching it as fans because it's so awkward, right?
the raffles are still coming down.
Yeah.
And, oh,
Super
dude.
and then you gotta
sad.
shake the
Worst.
dude's
Super
hands
sad.
again, like, congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst, bro.
All like,
I
fuck
hate
you
that
all.
shit. I hate that shit.
Get us out of here. Now let's open up the floor for questions from the audience. I know that some of you guys want to ask these guys some stuff, so go ahead. Who wants to go first? Don't be shy. And by the way, at the end of our recording, we're going to be doing really nice giveaways, so please stay. This is our way of bribing you to not leave. Keep ordering food and drinks. It's all on JD. Put it on JD's tab. Here we go. Questions from the audience. Dom, I hear you have something to ask. Yes. Come on here.
We can't. Hey,
There's a mic over
If-
here.
While
if it's a
Dom
good
is-
question, you gonna make the podcast.
While Dom is coming up, remember for our basketball signature giveaway, you got to make sure you sign up for Instagram, YouTube, and register for the 20 bet app.
He got
There
the
you
Lakers
go.
hat.
Check it out,
You a
y'all.
Bron
Register
fan?
and get
Hi,
that free
guys.
basketball.
You a Bron fan?
Yes,
you got
Dom.
a Lakers hat on?
Yeah, for sure.
Bron fan.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Brosexual,
Let's go.
like Saul over here.
Let's go.
Yeah. So I just want to know, like, these past 3 weeks, who are the players that impressed you guys the most throughout the duration of the World Cup?
Good question.
For me, sa akin, I think it's Dennis Schroeder. Like,
Then shooter.
I think every time he puts on that Deutschland jersey, like he
Right.
turns it up a notch.
Yeah.
Because in the NBA, he's not known as that guy. I mean, even though he's talented and he can
Yeah.
do his thing, but every time he comes to play for his country, that
Yeah.
dude kills.
Shows out.
He
Mhm.
shows out. So I think, like for me, every time I see that, I got respect for me, for sure.
As a Laker fan, I agree.
As a Laker fan,
He's
he
Toronto
agrees.
now, right? He's Toronto. He's Toronto.
now. Yeah, well, last season,
Yeah.
He was kind of a bum for the Lakers though.
Damn.
He was that good for the
He's
Lakers.
Toronto's problem.
Yeah.
There's a lot of PGs though. There's a lot of
He wasn't
PGs in that spot.
Deutschland Schroeder. For me, I mean, it's an easy answer. That's AJ Adu, man.
AJ.
Oh,
AJ
nice,
Adu. Like,
nice.
he really impressed me. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know much about him. I haven't seen him play, but just the toughness and the tenacity he
For
played
sure.
with,
Yeah.
to the way that he played Cat first game, and
Right.
he kind of played within himself. Didn't play out of who he was.
Yeah.
Did all the little things, rebound, defended the rim well.
Yeah.
He really impressed me. I liked him a lot.
Nice.
Thanks so
question,
much
man.
for the question. Ako,
Yeah.
I'm part of the show nga pala.
Yeah.
Again, I got to watch a lot of Serbia's
Serbia,
games.
yeah.
I became a Bogdanovic fan. I am now a stan. Bilib na bilib ako sa kanya. He played so well. And when they lost that game, was it against Puerto Rico? Or who was it against? But they lost one game.
Right.
I saw his face. He really was like, I could tell that this guy was going to come back and going to kill whoever they were going to face next. So that would be my answer.
Bogdan.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Dom. Thank you, man.
You
Thanks so much.
You watched every game.
Sorry?
You watched every
I
game,
did,
sir?
I did.
And you don't know who they lost to?
I forgot. I'm tired, Mercado, okay? I'm exhausted. Anyone else have anything to ask? Don't be shy. Gio, come on down.
Come on
Let's
down,
go,
Gio.
Gio. Thank you, by the way, to Clutch Points PH for taking care of us.
Yeah, clutch
Thank
points.
you, guys. Hi, Gio.
Clutch.
Gio got that Simon and Cecil.
Damn. You got that Jerry curl.
Look at that curl. Damn.
That's what it
Okay.
is, man. So with this year, with the 23 World Cup, which version of the last 3 World Cup teams do you think would have done best? Like more than one win?
Wow.
You mean Gilas?
Yeah, Gilas. Like it can be like JD's Asia Cup team or your team that you were prepping, but which version of it would do more than one win?
I'm a huge Jimmy Alapag
Same.
guy. So
Yeah.
any Jimmy Alapag led team,
Yeah,
put him in
facts.
there. Like Jimmy
Yeah.
Alapag, Gabe Norwood, like leaders. That was something that I really feel like they missed this season.
Yeah.
This was probably the most talented team, like talent-wise, that Philippines has ever seen. But they missed that Jimmy Alapag leader, and so I'm gonna choose any team that he's on over any of the teams.
Good answer.
Go ahead, say the same as me. Go ahead.
And that would
Nah,
be my
man.
answer as well. 2014.
We're
Go ahead,
from the
JD.
same
Go ahead.
generation, man. So
Go
we
ahead.
got to play. We got a chance to play with Jimbo, and he's like a once in a generational type of player. So when you're with him and you see him behind the scenes on how he works, like
Yeah, man.
you would jump off the bridge if that dude
Yeah.
told you to jump off a bridge, bro. Like
Yeah.
you'd be surprised like on how
Amazing,
well
man.
he's a leader. So just like Saul said, like we were not lacking, but like we need a little extra in terms of
it kind
leadership.
of felt like they were gun shy at sometimes. Like this year, like the shooters were gun shy.
It's
or like,
tough, right? It's tough. I mean, like, first, like, this happens on Ginebra a lot, and Saul could agree with me. Like, when your best player is so good, you just naturally defer to him. So I'm talking about Justin, right?
Yeah.
And we get to points in the season where a coach and our leaders on the team have to tell us to stop passing to him because he's going to get his shots regardless.
Coach calls it Justin reliant.
Yeah.
Don't be Justin reliant. Yeah.
So that's exactly what happened on Gilas. Like Jordan is so talented. It was like amongst the team, we just deferred to him. Like, oh, JC, take it, go. Like he is so nasty. And by the time we reached our third game, that was the point when like, all right, the locals, we got to be aggressive now. Look, we got to be aggressive. But by that point, we didn't have a rhythm, right? That game, we couldn't shoot. So all of a sudden, when our locals tried to turn up and be aggressive, it obviously wasn't there. So it comes with the balance, right? It's easier said than done, but I think that's just one of the things we have to address from every now and then. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Gio, for the incredible question. Just to piggyback off of his question and off of your answer, you know, we don't have a Jimmy Alapag and a Gabe Norwood. Who do you think could be their heir apparents? Who could be the next Jimmy for our Gilas? Who could be the next Gabe for our Gilas? Just those leader
It's gotta
type
be
guys
Keith.
who could just take the reins.
It's got to be Kiefer. It's got to be Kiefer. Just because he's already the one that's got handed the baton, technically, from Jimbo. Because if it's not him, who's it going to be? That team is so young already as it is. And Kiefer seems the one that has
Good answer.
the mentals.
Yes.
He's more the older out of the group. Like, I think it's no choice, but it has to be him.
I like that answer, and I agree. How about you, Saul?
Yeah, I like that answer. I mean, I think I said that before, Kiefer, but I mean, just not say the same answer. I think somebody that could step into that kind of leadership role and embrace it will take his game to the next level. And he seems like a really quiet guy. Is Dwight Ramos.
Yeah.
I think that if he could take on and embody that, like, hey, I'm gonna be a leader of this team. I'm gonna bring my guys together and get them to come to war with me. That's one guy I can see really doing it. He's young. He has the talent to do it.
Yes.
He kind of embodies that guys want to follow him, and so I really think he could step into that.
Is he talkative? Like I personally don't know him that well.
I've never met him, but
Yeah.
in interviews, he seems kind of quiet,
Really?
yeah?
Like as a leader, like I mean, we're just going off of Jim and Gabe. Like you have to talk. Like you can't be a lead by example type of guy. When we're
Okay.
talking about leaders, when you're gonna lead the team, you got to make sure you can talk. You got to have a mouthpiece.
Yeah, I mean, but there's guys that do. I mean, Gabe's one of those guys that leads by example. Gabe don't talk much either. He
point.
does. He's not super quiet like Dwight. Dog, I saw Dwight at the gym, and I said what's up to him. I really don't think he said hi. Like,
Yeah.
I think he just like
What did
literally
you
didn't open
say,
his mouth,
though?
just gave me a high five. Like he doesn't talk. You could tell he's a very quiet
But
dude.
wouldn't you say if you had two in your hand, there's leader by example, or there's the one that's got the mouthpiece that can galvanize a group with
And
his
can
words?
also lead by example.
I'm just saying, like,
Well, that's one. Like you can't sit there and
Can
have
you
a
measure?
mouthpiece and not lead by example either.
True.
No,
you gotta
that's
have
facts.
one. You gotta have both.
I think you have to have a mouthpiece if you want to like get the best and the most out of your squad.
100%.
You gotta have a mouthpiece.
100%.
Like for sure, you gotta back it up with back it up by example, no doubt. If you don't have that, then you got nothing. I think you
100%.
gotta have a mouthpiece if you want to bring it all together.
Might
Sure.
be the first time you guys agreed on anything, so I'm very happy about that.
That's
we got
the
one
only
more
thing.
question from the audience. Ben, let's go.
Sticking with Gilas, we know Team Cone's coaching Gilas for the Asian Games. Question is, would you stick with Coach Team coaching for Gilas in the next World Cup, or do you have anyone that would come into your mind who would best fit for the role?
Thank you, Ben.
That's a good one.
Ooh.
That's a great question. I love Coach Tim, my favorite coach of all time. I don't think he's the one though for Gilas. I think that he is really focused on Ginebra. I think he doesn't. I think they need somebody that is not in the PBA. I think they need someone that could dedicate their whole entire life
Good point.
to straight Gilas. That's it. Isn't coaching anything else. Can go out and have free time to, whether it's scouting, recruiting, whatever it is, to really get this program from the grassroots built up. Coach Tim kind of has his hands full. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's going to do a great job in the Asian Games. He's an incredible coach, but I don't think he's the one to be the coach moving forward.
If not Coach Tim, then who for you? An outsider, a European coach, because that's what everyone's leaning towards, right?
I mean, I might sound like I'm kind of on him right now, but it is my brother, and I really believe like he's amazing, and he's the
Coach
guy for the
Alapod.
job. Jimmy Alapod.
If you were Jimmy, though, would you
Probably
leave?
no.
Nah, he wouldn't
But
take it.
if they could, if they gave him an opportunity to kind of do both, again, I'm kind of contradicting myself because you need someone that's going to be full time. But his
But if it's
experience,
Jimmy-
that he's getting at the NBA level, I mean, obviously the NBA players
Invaluable.
didn't show much, but it is valuable to bring on to Gilas.
I think he'll get it one day, but
You think he'll what?
I think he'll get it one day.
Yeah,
he'll
for
be
sure.
the coach one day.
For sure,
I think
yeah.
the timing right now is bad. Obviously, I think we all agree in here that Jimmy, he is going to be the national team coach. It's going to happen. I think it's going to happen one of these days. I think he has to, pay his dues and do his thing in the NBA for a little bit before he gets that call up. So outside of Jimmy, because I agree with you, I think Jimmy should get it. Outside of Jim, if it's not Coach Chad, for me, what I saw that was working, because I got to see things to see if they work, not just hearsay. Like Coach Tab was not doing a bad job when he was doing the national team duties. You got to give him credit.
Yeah. You got really young guys on that team, too.
Yeah.
I think he's a great mind too. He has a
He
great
has
mind.
man, he has a beautiful basketball mind. So I think they should rediscover that, get into Coach Tab.
Revisit that, yes. Uh-huh.
See if they can get on the same page, because it would be cool to see Tab get another shot. Yep.
You see that happening, though?
Huh?
Do you see that happening?
I don't.
No.
I don't.
But
I
how
don't.
cool would it be if Eric Spoelstra coaches?
Ooh.
That would be pretty dope.
Would he take
Got
it?
chills.
That would be dope. I bet he would. He would.
Yeah,
He would think twice about it.
that would be cool. How cool would it be if Tin actually drank her drink? I mean,
Oh. Ang layo eh. Teka lang. Another question from the audience. The great Mr. Simon Enciso has
Oh,
something to
shit.
say.
Hey,
What up,
okay.
Sai?
My question is about Gilas as well. What are your guys' thoughts on the new management changes?
Ooh.
And what players would you guys add to the Gilas team that you think would help?
Simon and CISO, dog.
Nah,
Shit
man.
steerer.
Hey, we talked about this a lot, dog.
Set the tone.
We talked about this all the time, Sai. Like, our job's not to pick the 12. Like, I don't want to take out anyone from that current lineup. That's not my job. But to play hearsay, we've always wanted to see new. We always wanted to see
yes.
Newsome. We wanted to see Newsome on the
Absolutely.
squad.
For sure.
Just because he's a big guard. He knows how to play the PG. He knows
Versatile.
how to play make. He can shoot. Like, I think he will be one of the dudes to be on there for sure. But I can't tell you which dude you take off.
Is it me or is JD like talking really slow? Like, I don't know if he's like turd. He's like, yeah. It just seems like you're just talking. Like, it takes a while for your words to come out, bro.
He
Like,
just
Why
trying
are
to
you
be
watching my
articulate.
words
He's
so
trying to be
close?
articulate.
like it's
You really watching my words so
It's
close?
weird, bro. I'm like, is you gonna get to your answer or what?
Why don't you just focus on you?
Let's
Hey,
get to your
So,
answer then.
is there? I didn't know there was new management, but yeah, they need. I feel like Gilas does need a whole new landscape. I mean, I think they need to renovate that whole
Ground up?
Yeah. From
Who would you
ground
pick?
up.
Who would you pick?
A player I like to see, honestly, when he did play, was Bolick, Robert Bolick.
Mm.
I liked how he played. I
Yeah.
liked how he played. He played kind of like that Puso, like
Yeah.
fearless
Oh shit! What about Jordan Heading?
basketball.
We should have had Heading
Well, we
in
talked
there.
about Heading, yeah.
We should
talked
have
about
Heading.
We talked
We should
about
have
Heading
Heading in
and
there.
Matthew Wright
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
But Robert Bolick, man, like I think he plays like that fearless. I
Agreed.
don't care who the fuck's in front of me. I mean, who the hell's in? Let's run that back. Who the hell's in front of me?
CJ plays like that though. CJ don't care. Like when he's in the league, he plays like that.
Yeah, but Tin
Can
already
I
scratched
throw
him
my
out.
2 cents in real quick?
Yeah.
I feel like they were missing Bobby a lot, man.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby Ray Parks.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah, man.
versatile, can lock up, can shoot.
And he's a big guard too.
He's a big guard.
Big
He
guard.
can kind of take that leadership role as well. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
he's
That's
kind of
facts.
a guy that kind of leads by example as well, but can also be vocal in a very Filipino way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He speaks Tagalog fluently, can kind of take that role as well. But that's just me.
Yeah.
You're
You
speaking
wanna-
our language.
Hey,
We're all
Simon,
Bobby Ray
Simon,
apologists
you wanna
here.
come join us?
You want to
Just
come
join
with
us.
us?
Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Just for a while.
Come on,
Just
dog.
for a while.
Yeah, come on, Simon. Set the tone. Set the
Let's go,
tone,
Uncle
Simon.
Can we get this
Si.
man a mic?
Set the
Get
tone,
this man a
Simon.
mic, bro.
Okay.
Get this man a mic.
So I was going to throw back your question at you, and
There
you
you
already
go.
answered the second part. How about the first part of your question, the management of the team? What would you change about it, and who would you put there
Say,
instead?
I don't want to say it anymore.
I mean, I agree. I think I think that they need some changes, but I'm kind of like what JD is. Like, it's not my job or my role to say.
But you made
I
it
don't
their
think-
job and their role to say it.
I know, but these are like kind of the guys that kind of paved the way for me. So to ask that question, they have more insight about it. I mean, I've been in the league for what, not as much as much
Calling
years
them
as they
old?
guys, but
You're getting up there, dog.
not old, but very.
You're getting up there,
knowledgeable.
Si.
Okay, knowledgeable.
I got
Good
a question
save.
for you, Simon. You're one of the best guards in this league and play for one of the most popular teams.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about this on previous episodes before. What do you think the PBA can do to help out Gilas moving forward? Something that they can do that could, whether it's the rule changes, whether it's start playing by FIBA rules, or start lending time. We talked about time before. What are your thoughts on that the PBA can do to help out the national team?
I mean, I think you answered it. I think time is a big part. You see all these teams, Serbia, Germany, they've been playing together since what? They were like 16. Like you said, we kind of did it like how the USA did it, where just kind of threw talented guys together and was like, go win us the gold. I mean, it doesn't really work like that, and we obviously saw that this year in the World Cup.
Yeah. Do you think that if you played on a national team,
Ooh, I like this.
what would be your role as a national team player?
And who would
for
you
Simon
replace?
Cecil? And who would you take out?
I like it.
I'm not going to answer who I would take
Damn.
out.
No. You ain't got no say for it. You ain't our guest.
But,
All right, get off. Get this guy off. Get this guy off the set.
but my role, I think I could be more of that, like, defensive, like, hard-nosed defender that kind of sets the tone in that way. You know, I think that, like, Gilas was missing that. I think we were very talented offensively, but no one wanted to sacrifice and take the role to shut down the best player.
Like a Mondo a little bit. Rance.
Yeah,
He came up,
something like
picking
that.
up
Yeah, just
94
picked up
feet.
94 feet and
Set
was
the
just
tone.
like,
Yeah, I like that.
you know, run the team and kind of, you know, get guys the ball in the right places and just kind of set a defensive mindset to the Gilas team. Yeah.
Like that.
Good answer. Good answers, everybody, and great questions. Thank you once again to everybody for being here. A lot of firsts today. Our first ever taping in front of a live audience. The first of many times that Simon and Ciso is going to be on our show. I'm predicting that he's going to be guesting a lot more. Thank you once again for supporting the show throughout the last 9 episodes. Hopefully you show our 10th episode just as much love. We are not ending the season yet. We have a few more episodes up our sleeves. And speaking of, are we now going to reveal who our guest for episode 11 is? Because it's going to be a big one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
ahead,
it's a big
JD.
one. We allowed to? We're allowed to say it now?
Yeah. Let's say it, right?
I mean, obviously, we wanted to pick someone that really would connect with our people here in the Philippines in the basketball community. So we're gonna have Coach Chot come on to our show.
Coach Chot
And
Reyes,
he's gonna-
episode 11.
He's gonna give a little spiel on just anything that we kind of want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, he's taking
Anything.
a lot of flack. I mean,
Yeah.
what we do on Let
Understatement.
It Fly
Yeah.
is we give people the opportunity to tell their story that
Yeah,
people
facts.
don't really know. So he's taking a lot of flack from people not understanding, outsiders looking in. So we're going to get the real insight right here.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Right here, let it fly. You get
And I
the
got
real deal.
Is this my camera right here?
That's your camera.
Gabe Norwood. Just want you to know, you are not safe, my man.
Oh, shit.
What?
We got Simon and Ciso in your seat.
Oh,
You will be replaced, brother.
damn. What about
Bring
Joe?
that ass here, boy.
How about Joe?
What about Jay? He ain't even
Well,
here
Joe's
ever.
never had a seat.
He's
so
replaced.
Simon can't take his.
Okay, there you go. So watch out for that. Episode 11, we're going to be taping that in a couple of days. So you
Yep.
guys still have a chance to send in your questions for Coach Chot. The comment section is wide open. Don't forget to follow us on all of our socials. We're the Let It Fly podcast. This is episode 10. Thank you once again for all the support. And thank you to everybody here for being here at our very first live taping. Thank you guys, and see you guys in our next one.
Hey guys, I just want to give a special shout out to 20bet.com for sponsoring our live event. I hope you guys had fun just as much as we did. Make sure you click the link in the description to download and win a bonus for your first deposit. Happy betting and good luck.